Good morning, all. It's Monday. It is also Memorial Day. Chance to remember those that have given their lives for our country. However, sometimes also a day where we may see some family and friends and get together, possibly eat a little extra. So no need to skip the workout because it's a holiday. So today we are going to do 4 leg exercises. These sort of combine a few movements and add some tension in different directions. So again, like that tension where you're putting it optional depends on where you're at with knees, ankles, hips, etc. All right. So that being said, we're going to get started with a variation on a glute bridge. So when I first played with this one, I thought it was going to be no big deal. But for me personally, at least, it's a smidge harder than I had anticipated. So I'm going to use a band on one side to make the lateral work a little bit more challenging. It's totally optional. It will be work. I find it to be work even without the band adding tension. So obviously the band is pulling my leg out this way. The setup is just like a regular glute bridge. I'm going to turn it to an angle a little bit just so you can see. But you want the pull of the band obviously to be out to the side and back in. So you're going to set up just like a regular glute bridge. No extra gear needed on this one. We're going to glute bridge, right? Making sure the shoulders are grounded, hips up. Thinking about keeping this rigid, this whole section. I'm going to lift one leg straight up. And then just do working on the adductor here. But you'll notice, like, in order to stabilize the hips, this side of the core, and this right side of the glute, gets to work a little extra hard. Obviously, there's a little bit more squeeze at the top if you're using the band. Keep that. Good. So for me personally, 8 to 10 on each side is plenty. There's a lot of stabilization going on in the lower back and hip area. If you start feeling anything getting pinchy, it just means you've done enough. And drop the tension. Take the leg lift out of the side. I'm not going to show you the other side just because you get a drift. So 8 to 10. Again, not about like repping it out and swinging that outside leg up, right? But really about trying to keep that other side up, squeezed, stable on one side, and then focusing on that adductor, that muscle that draws the leg into the midline on the other side. So, lots going on. Enjoy that one. So the next one I'm going to do is a variation on the split squat. Again, one of the best exercises to sort of start building that strength around the knee. For my future sets, I'm probably going to add some weight to this split squat, but for this round, I'm just going to go through. For my first round, sort of my warm-up round, which is why sometimes I've been doing 4 sets. I'll go through everything without any weight, and then I'll sort of add weight, and that'll be my first working set. So the split squat is going to stay the same. I'm up, back, high on the toe on the back leg, right? My glute is squeezed up and under. This hip is reaching forward. My knee, the tension's pulling me in. It's a good reminder to keep the knee out to the side and slightly over. So we're going to come down just like a regular split squat and then push back. Knee drives way forward, come down, come back. Resetting at the top, resetting here, resetting here. So it keeps that constant tension, that constant reminder to sort of externally rotate. And because all of that is getting kicked on, the opposite hip flexor and those muscles across here not only are stretching but also working to stabilize it, to bring that out. This is working to keep the other side stabilized. So, yeah, same thing, 8 to 10 on each side. Add some dumbbells by the side, add some dumbbells up high, right. Try and keep this rigid. All right, the next one's another variation on the glute bridge. Actually, more of a variation on the hamstring curl that we do on the ball. Sometimes we're going to do a hamstring walkout. Really good to start training sort of the finer points of working those hamstrings. So we're going to start in the glute bridge position again, right? Shoulders, you're going to really want the shoulders down on the ground. You want a good upper body base of support. We're going to glute bridge up. On this one, you really have to keep the glutes super squeezed. I'm going to try and not like overarch and extend the back or let the back drop. We're going to walk out and then walk back in. Again, definitely harder than it looks. If you've got like super robust hamstrings and this doesn't feel like much, you could totally add a band around 1 foot and alternate feet, obviously, and use the band and walk in, right? So as you walk in, you would have more pressure pulling in, right? So that hamstring is contracting more as you walk the legs back in. All right, so maybe 10 rounds of that, walking out, walking in, right? Take your time, think about the glute squeeze. If you need to reset, come down, reset the lower back, reset the core, squeeze back up, go again. Last but not least, a variation on that knee extension quad work. So we've done it sort of off the floor. I think I don't know if I've shown you the single band version. So getting a little foggy at that. All right, so we're going to go elevated and single leg. So you still want to start in sort of that modified bend, right? Shoulders locked back and down, right? Core is rigid. We're going to pick one leg up, reach the hips up and back. The nice thing about this variation is you can come down a little bit lower, which forces you to put a little bit more flexion in that quad. So they really build out that work. Try and squeeze all the way to straight, right? It's like a leg extension. Squeeze all the way to straight. That quad kicks on. And as you come down, building that flexion, the more flexion you get, the more this is stretching, the more work it's going to take to start to straighten and to straighten the leg, right? So the more quad work you're going to be. Great for that sort of knee stabilizer. So turn on each side. Try not to rush through this one. Play with that range of motion, like how far that knee comes down. It can not come down at all. You can totally just do this on the floor too. All right. Have a great holiday, everybody. Take care, and we'll see everybody